If you get sick, do you know how to describe that in English? What if you need to go to a doctor or tell your manager or your teacher that you're not feeling great and you can't come in? In this video, I'm going to teach you how to talk about sickness in English. Hey there, I'm Gabby. Welcome to English with Gabby. With winter coming soon, influenza season starting, and cold season starting, it's really important to know how to describe how you are feeling physically. So let's get started with today's video. First, I'm going to teach you how to say that you're sick, because there are a few different ways to do that. Then I'm going to go over with you specific symptoms or physical things that you're feeling and how you can say those in English. First thing I need to do is tell you the most common mistake I hear with this, and that is, I feel bad. This is wrong. Oftentimes, my students will send me an email or a message on WhatsApp that says, Gabby, I can't come to class today. I feel bad. So let's fix this problem right here. We do not say, I feel bad to describe physical sickness. In fact, you may not know this, but I feel bad describes an emotional feeling. I feel bad means I feel sorry for you. I feel compassion for you. It means that you are sorry for me. It doesn't have anything to do with physical sickness. For example, I feel so bad for my cousin because her dog died last night. In this sentence, I'm saying that I feel sorry for her. I feel compassion for her because she's sad, because she lost her dog. Okay, so now you might be wondering, if I feel bad is talking about emotions, what can I say to describe my physical feelings? There are a few ways, so let's talk about those right now. The first way is to use the word sick with to be. For example, I am sick, or I'm sick. The next way is to use the word feel. I feel sick. I feel really sick. I'm feeling sick. You can put feel in a few different verb tenses. You can also use it in a negative way. I don't feel so good. Ugh, I don't feel well. We also say I don't feel great. So again, I don't feel good. I don't feel great. I don't feel well. The next way is to use idioms. We have two idioms in English that can be used when you're sick. The first one is, I'm feeling under the weather. The next one is, I'm coming down with something. Or, I feel like I'm coming down with something. Or, I think I'm coming down with something. So if you wake up and you realize that something doesn't feel right, you could say, oh no, I think I'm coming down with something. The next thing to do is just to say what it is that you're sick with by using I have. For example, I have a cold. I have the flu. I have a stomach virus. I have COVID. I hope you never have to say those words, by the way. And if you want to tell your teacher or your employer or your friends, you would say, I can't make it today. I can't go to class today. I can't go to work today because I have a cold, because I'm sick, because I'm coming down with something. Another thing to note here is the word sick versus the word ill. Okay, so this is very important. If one of my students tells me, Gabby, I can't come to class today because I'm ill, I would be really, really concerned, because ill typically refers to very serious illnesses. For example, something that you need to be hospitalized for, or something that is a long-term disease. So if someone is ill, we would think they have cancer, they have some kind of disease that is going to require them a long-term treatment. So don't say, I'm ill, unless you have some kind of long-term sickness that's going to require a lot of treatment. Instead, just say, I'm sick. Now that you know how to talk about being sick, let's talk specifics. Let's talk about symptoms of being sick. Some of you might be wondering what a symptom is. A symptom is some kind of physical thing you're feeling that's showing there's some kind of deeper problem inside. For example, if you have a loss of taste or smell, that's a symptom of COVID or coronavirus. When you go to a doctor, one of the first questions they'll ask is, what are your symptoms? Another question might be, what are you feeling, or what do you feel? So let's talk about some of these things. One of the most common sicknesses is a cold or the common cold. This is just when you have very minor symptoms. This is much different from influenza or the flu. If you have a minor version of the flu, it's typically called a cold. Here are some symptoms for a cold or influenza. Number one is congestion. Congestion means that you cannot breathe clearly. You have some kind of difficulty getting air into your nose and into your lungs. A stuffy nose is when you cannot breathe clearly through your nose. A runny nose is when mucus is coming down your nose and you need tissues. This is called a runny nose. Often they go together and we say, I have a runny, stuffy nose. Next is a sore throat. Throat is how we pronounce that. This is when your throat hurts. Sometimes when you wake up, your throat hurts a little bit and then it goes away. And if this is the case, we say, my throat is a little scratchy. There's also something called strep throat. This is how we say it in English. This is when you have a very severe sore throat. So if you're talking to the doctor, you can say, it hurts when I swallow, meaning when food goes from your mouth down your throat and into your stomach. Another symptom is body or muscle aches. This is kind of like how you feel after you work out at the gym and your body just hurts and you don't know why. You didn't do anything new. These are called muscle aches or body aches. One of the other symptoms that you might be feeling is a fever. A fever is when your body temperature is over 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit. We don't use Celsius here in the USA. We use Fahrenheit. I don't know why. We always want to be different here in the USA. What can I say? I don't make the rules. Sometimes your body feels hot, but you haven't quite reached 100.4 degrees. We call this a low-grade fever. Other symptoms include sneezing. There's also coughing. This is pronounced cough, cough, almost as if there were two Fs. The O-U-G-H sound here is like an F, cough. We also have watery eyes. This is when your eyes have a lot of water and a lot of tears. You can say, I have watery eyes, or my eyes are tearing. Then we have the chills. This is like, whew, when you're cold, even though it's not cold in your environment. The chills. I have the chills. Then we have shortness of breath or difficulty breathing. This usually is because there's a problem in your lungs. So like, okay, I'm having difficulty breathing. Or you can say, I have shortness of breath. Or you can just say, I can't breathe. I'm having a hard time breathing. Another symptom is fatigue. Fatigue. This is extreme tiredness. More than just being tired because you've had a long day. This is extreme tiredness, fatigue. So you could say, I'm fatigued, or I'm feeling fatigued. Another symptom is dizziness. Dizziness. Dizziness is the noun. So I have dizziness. Dizzy, which is the adjective, I feel dizzy. Pronunciation, dizzy, dizzy. If you take your hand and you put it on your throat, dizzy. When you say the Z sound, you should feel some vibration here. That's how you know you're saying it correctly. The next word is nausea and nauseous. This is when you feel like you're going to throw up or vomit. This is nausea. Then there's vomiting. The three ways to say this are, I feel like vomiting, I feel like throwing up, and I feel like puking. Vomit is the official medical word. Throw up is the common use phrasal verb, and puke is slang. All three are equally common. Then we have upset stomach or a stomach ache. First we say stomach, then stomach ache. stomachache. I have heartburn. Heartburn is right here. Heartburn is basically when there's acid traveling up. So if you feel pain here, we call it in English heartburn. Heartburn. Then there's also diarrhea. Diarrhea, that's how you pronounce it. And constipation. Constipation. These symptoms that I just said with digestive issues, that's how we say it, digestive issues. This could be what we say in English, a stomach bug, the stomach flu, or food poisoning. So if you ate something bad, we say food poisoning. But if it's some kind of virus, we say a stomach bug. I caught a bug. I caught a bug is a very common expression. That means that you caught some kind of sickness. You can also say, I caught a cold, I caught the flu. We also say to catch, meaning that you got it from someone else. There's also something called stomach cramps. These are when you feel sharp pains in your stomach. This is what happens sometimes when you have food poisoning, and this is how we describe women's menstrual or period pain, cramps. Another common sickness that you might have to say is pink eye or conjunctivitis. Conjunctivitis is the medical term. Pink eye is the regular everyday saying. This is when your eye is red. So some things you may need to describe this is your eyes are itchy, your eyes are watery, my eye is tearing. Another word you need to know for these things is the word contagious. Contagious. Contagious means that you can spread it from one person to another. If the doctor tells you that you're sick, you might ask, is it contagious? This means, can I spread it to other people? Another physical issue you might have to just explain is a headache, when your head hurts. An extreme headache is called a migraine. And other aches that you might feel, toothache. I have a toothache. I have a backache. I have an earache. Earache, backache, stomachache, headache, toothache. Ache, like A-K-E. In this sentence, the CH sounds like K. If someone you know is experiencing an allergic reaction and you have to call the police, here are a few important symptoms that you should know how to say. Tongue swelling. Swelling is the verb form of swollen. So, my tongue is swollen or my tongue is swelling. Same thing with your lips. Your lips are swelling or your lips are swollen. My throat is swelling. My throat is swollen. My throat is closing. I can't breathe. I'm having trouble breathing. Is there anything else that you need to know how to say in English? If so, drop it in the comments or send me a message and I'd be happy to help you out. If this video helped you out, make sure you hit like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can get more videos just like this. Thanks so much for tuning in. See you later.